Hello traders, welcome to the live session from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Friday live, last day of trading week, and also there is a monthly close coming, which is basically today we can consider the last day of trading week. Monday we might see one more day for the monthly close, but as there will be weekly close, we can expect all the movement today, and the way the market is heading is quite significant at the moment. We see that early today gold had significant movement, and currently it's in another impulsive move on the daily chart. If you guys look at it, you can see from here this is an impulse to the upside followed by this correction, and we can see the market is in another impulsive phase, narrow correction, another impulsive phase, deeper correction. The market is in a strong bull market at the moment, and we can expect further upside here. The price is an all-time high, and this is a very important trading environment at the moment. You can see the price, there was a breakup structure here on XAUSD, and then the market started to bounce back up with the breakup structure. As later today coming up news, we can expect that with the news as well, the price to accelerate in that market. So if you look at the 15 minutes, you can see that there was a multiple liquidity grab here from the double bottom, and the price managed to break to the upside. So as we trade on the lower time frame, if you guys look at it, this is the 5-minute chart, pretty bullish strong trend. And with that strong trend, if we look at, this is the current resistance line here, which I wouldn't say resistance, I would say the new higher high. And in that higher high zone, if we look at, we can expect for this market to bounce back up and then to create a new higher high in this market. Looking at the 1-minute chart, here is, we can see that lower time frame price action. There was an inverted head and shoulder here, breakout from the inverted head and shoulder pullback. The market is forming series of higher high and higher low. So this is a strong bull market. Now you can see that with that inverted head and shoulder, breakout pullback, the market is forming series of higher high and higher low, and in that uptrending market structure. So if you look at here, lower time frame, this is the 1-minute chart, we can see that a solid uptrend here. We have seen primarily a breakup structure in that area, and with that breakup structure, currently the market is approaching that resistance line. So any break below here, an opportunity for us to go long in this market. This is a bull market, we only will be looking to buy, and this is current trend line on the 1-minute chart. Would like to see the prices violating that level, and once we see enough confirmation, we can look for potential bullish opportunity in this market. There is 30 minutes close as well, as we have started our session, and would like to see a pullback and then again another bounce to the upside in this market. Let's wait for the market to show its hand. It's always good idea to wait for the market to show its hand rather than we chase the trade, and as you can see, it's always true to in many aspects of our life. We just need to be more magnetic than chasing. So if you guys ready not to chase but to be magnet to attract more trade in life, so make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. This channel, every day we are trading incredible trading opportunity. If you guys seen yesterday's massive winner, let's wait for the big one today as well. Welcome and well done all of you guys. I'm sure that you guys are enjoying this live session that we are doing every single day and waiting for a big one Friday. Guys, are you ready? As weekend, we need some laser time and enjoyment, and in the meantime, let's wait for the market to give us best trading opportunity in the market. Are you guys ready for it? If you guys ready, make sure you give a thumbs up, smash it. I see only one OPU has written something on the live chat. I really want you to guys write something, say something, so that I know that you are here and we can embark to the best trade possible in the market. Let's see Now not only trade, here we are looking at the direction of the market, right? So it's important that, guys, trading is fun, isn't it? This is the most exciting profession I have ever found, as there is no headache. You don't need anything, you don't need nothing to become a trader, just a willingness to learn and grow as a trader. That's the best thing in trading. If you look at anything else in this world, you need something, right? So only in trading you don't need anything, you need nothing but becoming willingness to become a trader. And that's what we are doing here, making trader. If you are ready to become a trader, make sure you stick till the end. There is a lot to take from here, including live analysis, live trade, as well as trading psychology. Let's look at also some we will be looking at XAUSD in that zone, and also we would like to keep eye on British pound US dollar or the euro dollar, which one you guys want to look at. Gbpusd, we can see there is a pretty strong downtrend on British pound US dollar. Let's look at here Gbpusd. You can see this is a breakup structure on Gbpusd, and with that breakup structure the market is in a so looking at also Gbpusd, if you look at, you can see this is the daily chart. As we discussed in our analysis as well on Gbpusd, from this resistance line the market started to drop, and with that drop here on Gbpusd, you can see from this resistance the market started to drop, and with the drop expecting for the price to potentially break below to create a new lower low. So if you look at here, you can see that this is British pound US dollar. From there the market started to break, expecting that it's coming back further. And on also the euro dollar, you can see AUD USD as well. I saw early today AUD USD also showing very good move. Let's look at what's happening with the AUD USD also, yeah. And euro dollar, yeah, from that resistance line started to drop, so we'll keep on the watch list Gbpusd, which is trending nicely. There is a news coming later today. Gbpusd, we can expect it to drop further. If you look at the 1 hour chart here, you can see from this zone, this is the 1 hour price action, and from that level the market started to drop here and coming back below that support level here in that area on GBP/USD. So looking at you can look, this is the 5 minutes chart, and if you look at the 1 minute chart here and looking at, you can see this is the lower time frame price action. Looking at 15 minutes perspective, where this is a significant drop in that area, and with that significant drop expecting pullback and then to drop again in that direction. So looking at here on GBPUSD, would like to see the market is in a pullback and then to drop again, and that's where we are looking at this market to give us that potential entry. GBPUSD waiting for an entry opportunity in that area. If we see the market has given that opportunity, we will be looking into the trade, while we can see XAUSD is potentially preparing for an upside bias here. So as we mentioned before, this is the resistance line on gold, and with that movement, now you can see here this is very significantly bull market, waiting for the price to go up and then break above to the resistance line. Okay, so we will be looking to see how the price potentially might be doing here. So this is an important support level here. If you guys look at support here, a breakout, again support here, breakout, the market is potentially creating series of higher high and higher low. So if we look at the 5 minutes here, you can see that also moving up to the resistance line. And for us to enter, I would like to see that in fact the market has done enough pullback, and as there is a news coming up later today on Forex Factory, if you look at what do we see, that which is coming in just a matter of 50 minutes. We'll see that on CAD, GDP on CAD, as well as core PCE price index on dollar, which is a red news, which is a high impact. And with that news, want to see the market showing again another momentum. Now the question is the market started to create a new higher high? Is the market to create an all-time high again, or it's gonna come back for a deeper pullback? Let's try to figure out that question, and that's where we will find that trading opportunity based on the information. I would like to post a poll here for those who are ready to participate in that poll. Thank you. Make it now. Welcome. Friday here. Come on, Kenya. Thank you very much. Welcome. And let me start a poll here, guys. Let's look at start a poll. So let me ask you this question. What's your view on gold? So let me ask you with this question, guys. What do you think? I have posted a poll. Share your thought and opinion on about what do you think on gold later today with the news. Do you think that after the news the market is going to be bullish or it's gonna be bearish? So we'll be waiting to see. Now here is, you can see that this is a support level. We saw primary breakup structure, and you see whenever the price is breaking below, getting a reaction from the support level, and that's a sign that the bulls are active in this market. And in this kind of market, we only will be looking to potentially buy at the moment until unless the market changes its sentiment, right? Would like to see better entry opportunity. That's our goal here, is to find out that the market is giving us a great opportunity. That's what we are looking at. And once we see the market is giving us that better opportunity, we will be looking for entry. That's our main primary objective here, is to find the market giving us the best trading opportunity. Waiting on that, we'll be waiting to see the market to give us entry. And Friday, party day, that's incredibly well, very good day to look at the market to find the best trade. And because Friday is always, you know that in this day, on Friday is where a lot of volume come in the market, because a lot of traders started to close their positions. Some of them started to open new position, but mostly, as this is the weekly close and the monthly close, when the close position, there is always increased volatility in the market. So, and especially in the middle of the session, NY session, we could see that after the news, the market expand aggressively, and that's what we're waiting to see and preparing for any kind of entry during that time period. Now, one very key important point here is that, guys, never ever trade during the news. Okay, this is what sometime I made when I begin my trading journey. That mistake, starting a position in the middle of the news, will ruin your trading account. Why? Because there is a spread avoidance that could make a big loss. And I had multiple times when I begin my trading, I open position during the news, and just to see that it just gone to stop loss and took me, where I risk 1%, it took me 5%, 6%. So and that's where I learned from that mistake. So if you guys beginner or still don't know how to do the risk management, this is a great the best advice you'll find. But after the news, okay, after the news, there is always volume comes in the market, and that's where the opportunity. Now, for those who are complete beginner, you don't know where to find also the news, this is a free website, just letting you know that how to do how to find out when the news. Because if you are a day trader or a scalper, even a swing trader, you must keep eye on those scheduled news, because to avoid any kind of breakout or any kind of high impact news trading, it's very important. So you can find many other websites, but this one I find the best. If you look at this calendar, Forex Factory calendar here, in the beginning you might not see like that. If you see there is a timing here, you need to adjust it with your time zone, as well as there's a filter here. So if you click that filter, I keep only the red one. You might see all of them on, so it's just noise. I just remove all of these three and keep only this one. And once we see that one on, that's where just click that one and then apply filter. Once you click apply filter, you can see that timing and everything for the news. And this is in my zone. It might show different in your time zone, but you'll see that today coming up in my zone 10:30 p.m. CAD as well as dollar news coming up, and that's where the opportunity, CAD and dollar, core PC price index as well as GDP, CAD and dollar, will be looking to see to find the best trade possible in the market. At the moment, we see there is a breakup structure here, and that breakup structure giving that probability for the price. You can see this is a breakup structure, and in that breakup structure, here is where the market potentially coming back here to create a new lower low. So now at the moment, if you look at here, this is the 1 minute chart, and would like to see that there is a clean breakup structure. Okay, and with that breakup structure, would like to see the price testing that and then bouncing back up again to create a new high here. So looking at here on XAUSD, also if we look at the Gbpusd, if we find better opportunity on Gbpusd, we will be also taking. So looking at Gbpusd 15 minutes chart, we can see that it's in a downtrend. We might see further downward pressure here in this market. We will be waiting to see the market to show better opportunity. Okay, now here is what we can see, that on the I would like to see that 15 minute on British pound US dollar, and in that 15 minutes price action, like it's coming back here, and if we see that it's back here, we will be entering into the trade. So here is this is a, you can see here, we see multiple breakup structure on gold, as this is a trend line. The price just tested that. Would like to see that broken below. If it drop back below, even before the news, we can be able to place a pending order here for this potential move to the daily resistance line, where we can target couple of pips here, not couple of pips, almost 50 pips we can target. If the market break below, we will be placing the pending order for short term at least, as we see that news coming. Before the news, if the market doesn't trigger, and we can close that pending order, but let the market first break below here, and then we can place that pending order in that area for this move to the upside here. Let's look at the 4 hour again. This is the 4 hour support. Multi-time frame is key. We will be discussing about why it is so important to do the multi-time frame analysis. And when you look at the multi-time frame analysis, you can find that the market is in the go. So you can see that here is the series of higher low. This is the 4-hour forming series of higher low here. Looking at the daily, from the daily we can see a clean uptrending market structure. From the 4-hour here, you can see series of higher low. There is a doji, and we can expect it to potentially move in that direction. This is the 1-hour where the price, you can see there is a doji here as well from the 1-hour, and in that market would like to see that after a pullback it's going back up to the that resistance line here, and that's where the key. Okay, so you can see that this is the 30 minutes price action. There is a long wick bullish candle here. This is a bullish engulfer, a strong bull candle, expecting it to bounce back up. 15 minutes perspective here, you can see that after this a very strong impulse on the 15 minutes to the resistance line, expecting it to drop here and then to bounce back up to create a new high here. So here is the lower time frame, and okay, let's look at the 1-minute chart, and you can see that this is where the price is breaking below. And at the moment, as we have almost 40 minutes for the news to come up, we will be placing a pending order here. So in that area, a buy stop, keeping the stop loss below this previous swing low, and targeting for the first target here. First TP is here, and then we can extend if needed. At the moment, placing a buy stop of 3080. I will be explaining later. As I mentioned, this is an uptrend. We saw breakup structure. If the market break that high, we can expect it to trend again to the upside. So placing a buy stop at 3080.26. So long pending order 3080.269. Stop loss at 3074.161, and then TP target will be setting it at 3092, but we might be able to adjust it 3092.647, and that's why we were placing the pending order with a tight risk here. So we placed the pending order on XAUSD. Okay, and this is the trade that we placed the pending order, and if we need it later, we can readjust it based on the current time price action. $3080.269. SL is 3074.161, and TP target at 3092.647. So placing the buy stop here on XAUSD in that level 3080.269, stop was 3074.161, and TP target 3092.647. That's where we place the buy stop. We'll be waiting to see if the market is breaking up before the news. If the trade didn't trigger before 10 minutes of the news being published, we will be closing that pending order and we'll be readjusting again if needed. Let's say, I think before the news we might see that potential bounce here, and that could give us the market to go back up to the resistance line again. We'll see that how far it might be going, and based on that we can look for trading opportunity. And that's the key here, is to keep, guys, focus. Attention is key. Okay, so where there is attention, there is energy always. Energy flows where the attention goes. So as a trader, it's very important that we keep fully attentive to find the best trade in the market. Waiting for trigger, place the buy stop on gold, and also waiting for Gbpusd if there is an opportunity. waiting for that move, and then once we see that trigger, we will be entering into the trade. Thank you. Welcome. Ready for big day? Say yes in the live chat if you guys ready. Maybe with new drop little bit. Yeah. Hi coach, welcome. Welcome. And also guys, introduce yourself, where you are from, which country you are trading from. I would like to see more of that shaders coming, having to know each other. And here is, you can see currently choppy, which is before 1 hour close. You can see that. Multi-time frame is key. As I mentioned, we are looking at the multi-time frame analysis to see how the market might do. I more often look at the multi-time frame, which is very important to look at when you're looking at the market. You can see that this is a 5-minute chart here, and in that 5-minute chart, it's heading here. Let's look at. Waiting on here, and now you can see here, this is a break of structure that we can see. And with that break of structure, in that break of structure, the price is breaking below, and we could see that trend to the upside here. Waiting for, you can see locally it's coming back below here to that stop loss level, and from that stop loss we might see that the market is having that uptrending movement here in that direction. So looking at here, this is the 15-minute chart, and looking at the lower time frame, we can see that. Okay, so here is that 5 minutes 20 EMA approaching that level, and with that approach we can see the price may continue to rise here to the upside. We're waiting to see that it's heading. You can see this is a local breakup structure before the news, and which is good to see that it's coming back here. And if it is coming back here to the liquidity zone from the 1 hour support, we may see the price having that bounce in that area. So we see that drop, which is good to see the market is coming back again, which is needed to see the price has dropped back below here. And once we see the prices drop back below, we can see the market is heading to the upside here. And you can see here, this is a clean move in that market, and we could see the price coming to that level where there is a liquidity. Okay, so and would like to see the price is coming back here, grabbing the liquidity, and then to bounce back up to create a new higher high. Thank you. Are you guys ready for a big one? We see that there is a 1 hour candle closing, and this 1 hour candle close that we can see is a, let's look at that one. Now you can see this is the 1 hour price action. What I think that this is a potentially at that level here at the moment from the 1 hour, which is candle closing, which is potentially a preparation for a bounce again. I've drawn a support here, support level on the 30 minutes in this market, and as this market coming back again to the support level, this might drop back here in that liquidity zone, and then we might see that bounce back up again as with the 1 hour candle close. Let's look at the daily level of the daily level. This is the daily support. Okay, so this is the daily support here, and once we see the 1 hour close, and from that 1 hour close, okay, so if we look at here, we can see that this is the 1 hour close, and this is where the resistance, the market potentially coming back here, and with that drop, as this is an important support. Okay, so would like to see the price is dropping back here to the liquidity, waiting for the market to show its hand, and as soon as you will find that suitable entry, you will be looking for that trading opportunity. And in the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the live session like we are doing every day, show love by giving a thumbs up. Welcome. I trade from Nigeria, scalper. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, we are trading every single day here from traders from all around the world, and that's good to see that you guys are dedicated and want to have always better trading psychology to become a better trader. And that's, we are here working towards developing that trading psychology as well as technical ability to read the market, that the market may move very differently. Okay, so more often you'll see the market move differently, but interestingly, if you are very keen observer, okay, observation is key. Observation, you'll see that that change the nature of reality. So when you observe, you'll see that very different thing, right? So observation is key. When you look at the market, always try to observe how the price action is forming. And to be a better trader, you need to give a little more time in front of the chart to look at. Okay, so observation is key. You can see that if you look at, when we observe, the things that we are observing started to change, isn't it? If you look at the double slit experiment, which is in the field of quantum mechanics, so what did you saw? That there is two slits and an electron was passed through that two slits separately, and once observed, the other was not observed. So once it was observed, it created a ball-like layer on the back side, which is the particle, and once it is not observed, it was showing wave like particle, or the other way around. And so when it is observed, it created that like it changes, right? When not observed, it's everywhere. So it's a wave, which is a very important point to look at when we think about the observation. So anything you observe, it started to change. Even in terms of our own anything in our life, if you pay attention, you observe, you give energy to it, it started to change. So that is why, as a trader, it's important that you observe the chart and also observe our trading habit, and it start to change. Anything you want to change, you need to pay attention. The reason people can't change something is because they don't pay attention to it. Observation means that you pay attention, and attention is key, right? Where there is attention, there is energy goes, and when the energy goes or energy flows, it is started to grow. So if you look at here now, the market is almost, if you look at the 1 hour chart, it's on the support level. All right, so I frequently change the time frame is because we can look at, once we look at the market after changing the time frame, we can see how the price or the market might be doing here. Now in that here, okay, so looking at this is a support, and from that support, which is very important, expecting for the market to break below here, coming back below. Now you can see this is the 15 minutes price action, coming well below, and then this is an impulse on the 15 minutes, a very strong impulse. This is a correction. Now daily perspective, also pull back 4 hour chart, coming to the 4 hour support level. 1 hour time frame, the market is coming well below, and it may come any of this zone here, and then could suddenly return back again in the major direction, as news coming in just 25 minutes. Guys, I'm going to close that pending order. It's got expired, didn't trigger. Now you see that more often you open quite a few trades and successful trade. Sometimes we need to be very choosy about the trade, and that's what we are doing here, so that that our trade become always in the best position. So I have closed the pending order. We will be readjusting the order once we find opportunity. So you close the pending order. Okay, so we have closed that pending order here on XAU USD, and you can see from here this is the drop, pullback, another drop, and it's keep pushing down here. And what we can expect in this market for the price to potentially keep dropping here, we will be waiting for that market to okay, so it's keep pushing down, so I'm out with the pending order. We might need to look for another zone to enter into the trade. Now here is a move pullback, another move deeper pullback. The market is trending. We saw the breakup structure, and with that breakup structure the price is coming back here to the support level. We'll see where it might be heading to. So here is the move. And with this move, okay, so narrow dodgy formation in that area. Okay, so if the market started to revert again, we may see different picture. If we need to readjust the pending order, we will be doing that, but at the moment we would like to see what kind of price action it might be creating. As coming up news in 10 minutes. The data is really important because the data will determine what might be happening next in the market. So if you look at the 1 hour, we see that very strongly bull at the moment, and so here we can see the market in that area having some pullback, which with this move again we see that pullback, and we need to see that if the market again trending to create a new higher high here, and if it is doing that, then we might see the price ultimately going back up to that level where there is a high liquidity. Okay, so here we can see the price again started to move back up, but I will not be placing any order yet. Would like to see how the price potentially reacting here, and after we see the market clearly move, it's started to bounce back up to create a new higher high, we can look for that entry. Now if we look at the 30 minutes here, we can see that there is a candle being formed, and that 30 minutes price action, also the 15 minutes candle is being closed here. So we may see that if you look at the 5 minutes also, there was a breakup structure, now trying to move back up from this breakup structure, and if that's a starting of a move, we may see that after this breakup structure to create a new higher high. In that case, we could see even the price going back up to 3084 level. Because it's a bull market, so which we can expect it to trend in that direction to create a new higher high. So looking at here the lower time frame, as it has made a bounce, a breakup structure could be continuation to the upside. For our time frame, we can see that it is a bull market here on this lower time frame, and if we look at here, this is we saw this breakup structure here, now looking to see the trend continuation, and once we see enough confirmation for trend continuation, we will be looking for buying opportunity. As you can see, it is a bull market for long-term perspective. We are waiting for the data to come up for any significant entry. Patience is key, guys, so we are waiting patiently for that the data to come up for any significant entry. So looking at here also the daily, we can see that from the daily, this is a 4 hour and the daily, significantly bull market. Now this breakup structure on the 1 minute, let's look at to see as there is a head and shoulder here, and in that head and shoulder, now looking to see where the price might be forming. We might see another doji here, and if it is forming another doji, okay, so 5 minutes candle also possibly creating a price action that is potentially bullish here. Looking at the market to show a potential bullish impulse in that area, but at the same time, as we mentioned, as the news coming, spike could be in any direction. Look at the 1 hour. Let's delete those lines here to see what kind of price action is forming. This is the 1 hour price action and the 4 hour. So from the 4 hour, we can see that it is in fact strongly bull market. Now we could see some that some liquidity grab in that area, but the price action may still remain long-term bull, as it is a bull market. We could see that continuation of that long-term uptrend in this market. So some here some kind of bearish drop possible locally. We'll be waiting to see the market to give that clear direction. Now looking at the daily here, so the daily price action, 1 hour, so you see some breakup structure here. As the long-term trend is up, we are waiting to see the market to show how the price potentially organizing a 4 hour chart here. So we can see the market almost come back to the 4 hour support level, which is a doji. Now this doji is important because if we see that the market has created a doji. Okay, so in that here 37 minutes candle, this candle is closing. As it is a long-term bull market, the expectation that the market will remain in the major direction, right? So that's the expectation, because so far this session we see this is the high and the low, and is still maintaining series of higher low here, and the price has dropped to that 4-hour support, and we can see that it's trying to again move back to the upside. So if it is returning from that level, okay, lower time frame, we may see that going back up to that level. So here what we will be doing, at the moment I'm waiting for the news. Otherwise I would look to place that buy stop here, because if the market again move back up, we could see that continuation. But as the news coming, we will be waiting to show the market how the news is coming. It could be that spike to the upside or spike to the downside, but waiting to see proper entry, which is very important to look at, and that's what you will see from the news ultimately, which way the spike is. The bias, as it is a long-term bull market, the bias will be still to the upside here from my side. Are you guys, what do you think about the spike coming up? For me, I think spike could be to the upside, as long-term trend is up, and we may see that potential continuation. As we have seen the breakup structure, we have only 5 minutes to go for this news to come up, and if it is forming a bullish movement to the upside again, that might lead that price again back to the here to the neckline, which is another liquidity zone. So there's a liquidity zone, as you can see here, at 308280 level. So 3080 level is a high liquidity zone in that market. So, and in that area where 3080 is high liquidity, we could so 3080 is high liquidity zone, and if this market is trending to the upside, we may see the price is going back up to the 3080 level, or even breaking that high. And let's wait to see how it might be evolving in that area. And we have only few minutes to go, 5 minutes to go for the news to come up. So you can see okay, so we see that the price action here, maybe it might form that inverted head and shoulder, and then to bounce to the upside, as long-term trend is bullish. So if the market trend is up, we could see that movement in this market to make this move. And we're waiting to see that that the market trend is showing in that direction. We can see some bias to the upside. We have 4 minutes, 3 minutes to go for the news. And so far as the market grabbed that here liquidity could be moved to the upside or downside. This is the 30 minutes candle. Let's wait to see what it is forming here. And now spike is key, because through the spike that we will know in fact what kind of price action it may form during that news time, and after that which way the market again might be heading to. We have 2 minutes to go for the news to come up. And okay, so we have 2 more candles to close on the 1 minute before the data. And I think this here so far the way we see as this market is, this way is bullish. So far expecting to remain upside. And the last moment, Okay guys, so we can see the market very significantly has broken to the upside after this liquidity grab, and this is, if you guys look at it, you can see that this is a, from here we have seen a complete break to the upside in that area. And currently, as this market is in that kind of strong trend after this doji, and you can see on Gbpusd as well has got a reaction to the upside on the 15-minute chart. Let's look at if we have any opportunity on Gbpusd. For our chart here, in the 4-hour chart, we can see from here a bounce, and here is what we can see, that on British pound US dollar, from here this is a clean bounce with a stronger bullish momentum here on GBP USD. And you can see, because it's in a stronger momentum on British pound US dollar, there is also, you can see that quite a few smaller doji formation here, and because it's in a strong momentum, we can see that from here this is a move on GBPUSD. Now looking at the daily, it's approaching the daily level, 30 minutes. On gold, we can see that there has been significant movement to the upside from that level, and with this significant movement, we can see that from here, this is where 5 minutes liquidity candle, and the market in fact showing that momentum. So for us to enter on gold, let's look at full screen here to see on gold what's happening. Now you can see the price has reached that 3080 level, and therefore if we look at the lower time frame here, you can see that this is also a move, and 1 minute bullish engulfer formation here, and with that 1 minute bullish engulfer, the price slowly pushing back to the upside here. So 15 minutes here, a bullish engulfer, and this is a resistance here. Okay, so here is a bullish engulfer. If you look at the 1 minute here, you can see it's forming a doji in that area. So we can look for short-term entry. Okay, so from this resistance line, we see that rejection, and placing a buy stop, guys, above this level, stop loss below this low here. So if the market breaks to the upside, we will be placing that, we will be entering into the trade. Buy stop at 3081.674, placing that buy stop with a tight stop loss. Long pending order 3081.674, stop at 3077.518, and TP target is at 3087.535. okay, so this is where the buy stop, placing it on XAUSD. We place the buy stop above this area. If it bounce back up, we are in the trade, or if it is drop down, then we are not on the trade. So place a buy stop at this level at 3081.674, stop at 3077.518, TP target 3087.535. Thank you. Waiting for the market to go back up here and then to give us that now one of the easiest way to understand where to place the pending order. Probably you guys sometimes think that, okay, how do we know that where to place that pending order, right? That one we will understand from the trend. So the trend is the primary focus here to look at where the market might be heading to. So if you look at here, you can see where the trend is. We saw that inverted head and shoulder and then bounce. Okay, so the trend currently is in the up, and when we are looking at the trend, also we'll be looking at the long-term trend and the short-term trend. Two important points. Okay, and here you can see that the market after this cross is potentially going back up. We might see the trigger, and the stop loss here in this trade is only few pips, so only 13 and 40 pip. But if it return back up, we are on the trade, right? So that's the key here. Okay, we can see a move here potentially. Waiting for a potential upside here. Okay, now waiting for this move potentially to the upside. Okay, so here place the pending order, and once we see that break, we will be entering into the trade. Okay, so we see that bullish so far, and if we see the market significantly moving back to the upside here, we will be on the trade, and anytime we could see even deeper drop. If it drops, then we will not be entering into the trade, as it is long-term bull market. Waiting for a move. Okay, so you can see that another slow bullish candle is being formed here. Patience is key, as we are, that when the market trend, we could see that significant movement, but better to wait always patiently for that proper entry point. So buy stop, we placed it here, waiting to see the market is breaking the up, going above, cracking that zone, and then creating a new higher high here. Thanks for joining the live session. Absolutely appreciate your support to the channel, guys. If you are enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every single day. Okay, now here it's on a sideway, so this kind of structure may first break below and then could bounce back up. We'll see where it is heading. Okay, we see that break to the upside here and would like to see that the market is getting triggered. Okay, so we see that bounce and we might get a trigger here nearing to our entry. All right, we can see the market is moving in that direction. From here we could see that from this zone they're trying to break to the upside again to create a new higher high here. Okay, we'll see that as soon as we get a trigger. I think we might get a trigger here as it is potentially trending in that direction. And we are almost there for a trigger. Okay, so my trade is active, guys. I'm on the trade. The trade is active and want to see that it's moving in that direction potentially to create a new higher high. Okay, so there's a doji here and I just wanna grab more liquidity from the support. It might just went up for that liquidity grab. Okay, now okay, it grabbed liquidity again. Now if it breaks below, we might see boom breakdown. That's, you know, it might happen, but if it goes up back up, then we may see that trend continuation, or it was a fake out. So if it is a fake out, that market sometimes does, then we might need to wait to see which way might be heading. This is the last point that we can look at to see the market to have a reaction to the upside again. Now this is a unusual drop, 5 minutes candle. Also, let's see how this, if this is a pure liquidity grab, the next one we should be able to see moving again to the upside here, or if it is a reversal, that could happen because it is an unusual liquidity grab here, and in that case we may see the market to come any of this level here. So it just dropped to the fair value gap. So I'm out with the trade. Didn't work out, so we look to see that what the market is trying to do here is, after breaking that high, you see this is a pure false breakout. We saw that bounce and then the market just returned from that false breakout. So this is a smart money manipulation. This happens, but we will be looking to see to recover from the next trade. Okay, one moment here. We will be so here we are minus 39 pip, and after, I think, back to back after quite a few trades, we are first one that we see. It's not now here in that order block in this area. This is where if you look at here, you can see from this order block trying to return again in the direction. So but still I will not be looking to any buy. You can see it's just going up and down. Basically it's taking the liquidity from both sides. That means that buyers and sellers both are being stopped out. Now that's this one, this current candle. You can see this current 1 minute candle is also forming a liquidity grab. And yeah, it may have a potential reversal here. So we'll be waiting for the market to because this is a fake out, so that might give the price a very stronger momentum for a potential drop. So where we saw the 1 hour candle form, you can see that, and from that 1 hour candle, if we look at, this is a 1 hour support on the 1 hour chart, and as the market started to break below, we may see that that support is being retested again. We might see that it's getting another retest. And that might be that the price potentially coming here to the so if you look at the 5 minutes here, you can see that this is a pure liquidity grab here, and with that liquidity grab, as the market is creating candlestick pattern, that might be interesting here. Let's wait to see. Now if it is a reversal, then this might be a very big move. If it is trend continuation here, the market sometimes behave very differently. So looks to me that could be a reversal here until we see candle close. Anytime it could just break below again and drop, or we could see that healthy candle formation and then moving in that direction. So that's why we'll see that after the next candle formation. Because you see, if you look at here, you can see this is a structure, false breakout that we trapped many traders in that zone trapped, and after this trap you can see that this is a complete trap and gone back up again, and it's now trying to break below again. And that's where you can see that if this one is coming completely back below, that means that we may see further downward drop here, further downside, and in that case we might see the market is even heading to that support level. Okay, so we could see that it's potentially even coming back here. Now what kind of price action it will form will be an important determination on that. Okay, so you can see the price slowly building up a pressure in that direction. So the way it formed that doji, okay, so this price action here so far is possibly a reversal here, and that might bring that price to 3072 level, even below the way the structure has formed. Okay, so we see that there are two 5 minutes after this doji, this is a liquidity grab and it's getting a rejection here. Okay, so we see that rejection candle formation. And if you look at here, you can see that after this 5 minutes doji, the market is forming a rejection here. So we may see now a potential continuation to the upside here as it grabbed the liquidity we could see possible trend continuation in this market. And if it breaks out, it might even ultimately go back to long-term direction. Come on. Okay, we can see that after multiple liquidity grab, it just has grabbed the liquidity and then started to drop here. Massive break of structure. Now this could be short-term waterfall. This could be short-term waterfall here. Okay, so bulls not being able to break the high, so therefore we may see here possible drop. Now what kind of price action forming? Looking at 5 minutes chart. Okay, another narrow long wick candle here. I think the market may remain bearish in that area. So as here, okay, we might see a reversal here in that area that we can see for long term. Now the market possibly has significant reversal here in that area, and 1 minute chart we can see that this is a potentially breaking below here, potentially downside possible. Yeah, I think we might see that support test. We're getting a rejection from the top, and this is a sign of continuation to the downside in this market. possible drop, and we could see the market is melting in that direction to create a new lower low. So we have seen that there was a drop, again has got a reaction from the support, and the question is this a reversal or is this just a retest? Okay, so here what we can see after this retest and the market potentially, and this is a, if this is a fake out, then we could see straight back here. You know, we need to find that proper entry zone. This is where it's important to be patient to find the proper entry zone. No, I don't want to enter without understanding the market in fact going in our favor. Okay, now we got a rejection. That's you know, that's a 1 minute red bear candle in that area. Okay, so this is a sign that the market may continue that downtrend here. And now that's a interesting 5 minutes doji formation here, and if the market to again look at the 1 minute, I think it may continue to drop potentially to that support here to 3067 level. I'd like to see confirmation for now here is what we can see. Okay, that's where you can see the market is having that pressure below. All right, so getting that reaction in that direction. So very highly likely we could see the price is coming back here to the 3067 level. 3067 level. Now in this retest, this is a after this drop, you can see that in the retest it's not getting enough fuel to the upside, so that means we could see that continuation or reaction back to the upside again. 5 minutes close here. Other one, this is this 5 minutes candle is it's a bearish engulfer, and this is okay, so we saw long wick. Now in that long wick, if we look at the 5 minutes, this is a long wick, and is the market started to break out or it's coming back again to the support level? That's what we need to answer at the moment. So far what we can see that after this long wick liquidity grab, if it is coming here, that could be stronger drop because it grabbed that strong liquidity from all of this high, so it's slaughtered all the stop loss here, and in that case we may see that continuation to the downside to 3067 level. Would like to see first that if bulls enough getting fuel or they are getting rejection. Okay, looks like that we see some reaction from the support here, and see the market is little confused, so we in that situation we just only wait to see what ultimately the price might be doing. And we're getting some confused here the market, and it may react to the upside here. We can see that from here having a stronger reaction potentially. We see there is a the bears tried to break that low, but we can see the market in fact reacted to the upside, and that reaction might lead that price back to the upside again at the moment, and we could see that ultimately we could see potentially a major trend continuation. So because it grabbing liquidity multiple times, yeah, we see that this is the second candle on the 1 hour chart, grab liquidity, the market may have started again because it's weekend. We may see that trend. You see, that's why we need to wait for a final confirmation of the trend, and we may see that finally the price may started to move back to the major direction of the trend. So in that case, if we look at the 1 minute chart, you can see there is a impulse here again, and that impulse could lead that price back to the upside here. And for us to enter now at the moment, we only will be looking for buying opportunity, directional bias. We have seen that there is a upside here, so we'll only be looking for buy opportunity in this market. So this is the third 1 hour candle that has significantly showing bullish price action. And This is a narrow range in that area. And the news, we saw that it didn't bring much of the movement in the market. Instead, we see the price in a going to range, and this may be because of the daily. You can see the price so far, daily price has made its move to the upside, and followed by, we can see that this is a so far bullish, but as this is the weekend and the monthly close and the price is in all-time high, it requires a stronger liquidity grab for this momentum. That's what we can see on XAUSD. Thank you. And we'll be waiting to see how it may react over the time. Thank you guys, and hope that you are enjoying the live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Now as the market ranging, we will be waiting for proper entry setup after the directional bias confirmed. This is a after this trend, this zone is, especially we see today, little bit of sideways movement throughout the day, grab liquidity, drop here, sideways. So we would like to see the market confirms the trend, and once we see the prices confirm the trend, that's where we will be entering into proper trading opportunity. And as we can see, this is weekend, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this, an important live session, and you learned from here, you found value in it. Coming up tomorrow, Saturday, very important lesson, some of my best secret that I will be sharing with you in a separate lesson during the London session time. I would highly encourage you to watch that. So here is, we are waiting to see the market to show a directional bias. Once we see that, we will be looking to enter into any trade, and in update I will be also posting analysis. With that being said, thank you very much for joining this live session. I will see you again very soon, trading live together. Until that, stay well, stay happy.